On this video, we're going to look at manipulating an equation that is in slope-intercept form and turning it into standard form. So the first equation is y equals 3x minus 7. And we want to get the x on the other side of the equation. So we subtract 3x from both sides, and we get negative 3x plus y equals negative 7. Now, in standard form, it has to be, our negative 3 should actually be positive. So to change that to a positive, we're going to multiply the entire equation by negative 1. And we get 3x minus y equals 7. So by multiplying by negative 1, we just change the sign on the front of each of those terms. Our next one is y equals 3/4 x minus 7/5. I want to get rid of the denominator of a 4 first. So when I do that, I get 4y equals 3x minus 28/5. You multiply by that denominator and it makes it go away, but it keeps the numerator the same. So to get rid of the 5 as a denominator, we multiply the whole equation by 5, and 4y times 5 is 20y, 3x times 5 is 15x, and 28/5 times 5 is 28. So we're left with 20y equals 15x minus 28. And now, since I've got all whole numbers, I can start rearranging my equation. So I'm going to subtract 15x on both sides and get negative 15x plus 20y equals negative 28. And again, we have that problem. We don't want a negative 15. We want it to be positive. So I'm going to multiply it by negative 1. Negative 15x times negative 1 is 15x. 20y times negative 1 is negative 20y, so we subtract. And negative 28 times negative 1 is 28. The next one, y equals negative 3.5x plus 7.8. Decimals are actually easier than they originally look. We're just going to multiply the whole equation by 10 to move those decimals over. So y times 10 is 10y. Negative 3.5x times 10 is negative 35x. And 7.8 times 10 is 78. Now that we're all at whole numbers, we're going to move that negative 35x to the other side of the equation by adding 35x to both sides. That leaves me with 35x plus y equals 78, and that's the answer. And the last one, y equals mx plus b. First thing we got to do is move our mx term to the other side of the equation by subtracting, and we get negative mx plus y equals b. The problem here is we do not want a negative mx, we want a positive one, so we multiply the whole thing by negative 1. Negative mx times negative 1 is positive mx. Y times negative 1 is negative y, so that's minus y. And b times negative 1 is negative b.